Hello everyone, welcome back to another vlog. I'm so happy that you guys are here. I wanted to do a reading vlog this week. It is the first reading vlog of the season, so I'm very excited. I have a cozy little candle burning right now and it just smells so good in here, so I just kind of wanted to have a cozy little fall reading vlog this week together. I just really wanted to see how many books that I could tackle in a span of a week, or technically 6 days since today's Tuesday already. There's quite a few books that I'm reading currently all at once, and I literally have no chill. I will read up to like 5, 6, 7 books at a time, and I get so invested into these stories. But yes, I wanted to share with you guys really quickly some of the books that I'm reading and that I want to tackle together in this vlog. I have 2 books that I'm currently reading in audiobook format, and then I also have 3 physical books that I'm currently tackling. I've already started all 3 of these. Like I said, I'm reading several books at once, but they're honestly all a little bit different in their own way. I feel like I'm kind of tackling multiple different genres at once, but it's so exciting. My mood is literally constantly shifting. Every single day I wake up and I want to read something different. But yes, really quickly, I just wanted to go over some of the books on my current reading list, starting with the physical ones. So first up is Elin Hilderbrand's The Hotel Nantucket. It looks like this. I have been loving this book so far. There's somebody walking their dog outside. Okay, they're gone now. But yes, my friend Alexis got this book for me for our little friend anniversary that we had back in August, and I finally started it. I definitely want to dive into her stories and just kind of be fully invested one at a time. So I've been just kind of doing a deep dive on her books, and so far I just love her style of writing. I've been loving everything about her books. This is my second one so far. But yes, I'm currently on chapter 12, Graveyard Shift, on page 155. Oh, hello. But I've read this much and I have this much left. So yeah, I think I started this maybe like 2-3 days ago and I am just loving it so far. The next book on our physical books that I'm currently reading is You Again. This is actually a book that I'm reading with my friend for our book club. I feel like out of all the books that I end up having on my currently reading list, there's always like that one book that I gravitate towards the least because some will kind of just like grasp my attention a little bit more. I feel like I left this one behind. I literally only started it like last week, but I decided to pick it back up last night. On this one, I'm currently on page 80 on chapter 4. I feel like the main character is very unhinged. I'm honestly hoping that it gets better and that it continues to kind of build up. So far, I'm not hating it, but I'm also not loving it, if that makes sense. So far, it's okay. But yeah, more thoughts to come on this one. And then one that I actually just started today is one that I've had on my shelf, I want to say for like 4 years. It's just one of those books that like I know that I want to read, but there's just other ones that continue to just like take a hold of me, and then I never reach for it. But it's been such a goal of mine at least the last like 3-4 months now to just kind of take from my personal bookshelf. With the exception of the new books that I bring into my bookshelf, I don't want to neglect the books that have just been sitting there. But anyways, this is another one from my own personal bookshelf. It's Good Morning, Destroyer of Men's Souls. This is a book by Nina Renata Aaron. I hope I said that right. So this is basically a memoir of women, addiction, and love. So the author is basically talking about her whole upbringing and being in a relationship with somebody who struggles with addiction. So it really takes you through a POV of what it's like to love somebody that's going through such a hard time with addiction. And yeah, it's she's a rough one, but I'm enjoying it so far. I do appreciate whenever a book has like sort of like a trigger warning because there are some topics that are very hard to digest and to read. Yeah, so far I am not too far into it. I'm on chapter 7. Like I said, I started it today, so I've read that much and I have this much left. So yeah, chapter 7 so far. So in terms of audiobooks, I'm currently reading Stephenie Meyer's Eclipse. This is part 3 of the Twilight Saga, if you didn't know. But okay, so September hit and I immediately jumped on the series. I make it a habit every single year. Don't ask me why. I basically watch every single Twilight movie every single year around September, October, but every year I always told myself, next year I'm going to get into the series. Next year I'm just going to read them all from beginning to end instead of the films. So this year I'm actually doing that. I started off with Twilight, read that in a few days, and then I jumped right into New Moon, and now we're reading Eclipse, which I am currently 74% done with this book. I am really excited about that because then we get to go into the 4th one. and we're almost done. So yeah, these books are so enjoyable, and I love the movie so much, but I mean, we can all agree they're just so cheesy. But I love them so much, and the books are so good, and I could literally talk about them forever. But yes, I just felt like it was the perfect time to kind of just pick these books up. I wanted a good series to read. I'm just so happy and excited that I decided to dive into them. And then the other book that I'm currently reading on audiobook is Wuthering Heights. I don't know how I feel about this book, so I don't have much to say at the moment. This is one of those books right now on my list that I'm just kind of like picking up here and there when I want to. I mean, this book was literally written in the 1800s, and there's so many topics in there that are just, my mouth kind of drops, and not in a good way. So to be honest, I'm not sure that I'll get through this whole book, but like I said, I'm just kind of visiting it in moments where I want to, and I honestly just wanted to read a classic. I wanted to have kind of like that type of vibe this fall too. But anyways, yes, I guess we are reading 5 books currently in form of audiobook and physically. I really need to get something warm in my throat. I feel like my throat is still feeling kind of congested, but like my throat's just been very raspy, and yeah, in case I sound literally like a man in these vlogs, that is why. She is not sounding cute these days at all. I think it's allergy related, to be honest. Like, it just literally messes up everything for me. I just feel like I'm losing my voice in moments, and I feel like it's not necessarily a good thing that I'm just like yapping away. I should probably rest this voice. So I think I'm gonna go to the kitchen really quick. There's this tea that I recently got at Trader Joe's. It's part of like their fall items, and I've just been loving it so much. I want to make some right now just to have something warm and cozy for my throat. Let's go do that. It's currently Thursday, right? Okay, I had to think about that for a second, but I think it's Thursday today. I kind of wanted to just give an update on the books that I've recently finished within the last 2 days that we've been reading, as well as what I'm still trying to get through. I also add another book because I honestly have no control, and I don't know, I wanted to add another book into the mix. I mentioned how I've been reading the Twilight series. It's been so much fun getting through this series. I just finished part 3, which is Eclipse, yesterday, and I just started Breaking Dawn this morning, which is part 4. So I'm just really excited about the progress that I've been making in this series. I have been having the most fun reading through them. So apart from finishing Eclipse yesterday, I also ended up finishing Good Morning Destroyer of Men's Souls. Both of these books that I'm going to talk about are 3 stars for me. Although in this one, I truly did appreciate the POV. There were so many things that I underlined in this book as well. I just felt like I couldn't stay engaged. It was kind of just like up and down through the whole thing. But overall, I obviously do appreciate the perspective and the POV. I know that it takes so much vulnerability to write memoirs, especially dealing with addictions. I guess I'm speaking more in a sense of like a writing style is overall where my rating is coming from. But obviously, my rating of this book should hold no weight to the lived experience that she had. I think that is something that should be amplified. And I honestly just appreciate that level of vulnerability in anybody. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. Those are just my honest thoughts. And then this next book is one that I did not mention at the beginning of this vlog, but I ended up throwing it in yesterday and I got through it within the same day in a couple of hours. It was just a quick read, to be honest, and it was on my shelf for a while. So this is The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. I feel like I have to read it again, to be honest, and I would be down to do that. It had like a good twist to it. I kind of already knew the story, and I want to say that maybe that's why I couldn't give it like a 4 or 5 star read, because I was already familiar with the story. I think I went into this book just already knowing what I know, and I couldn't separate that at all. So going through it's just like, I don't know. Again, honest thoughts, but this is a book that I truly would want to revisit. But yeah, those are the 3 that I've finished within the last like 2 days. And then the ones that I'm currently reading still are Ellen Hilderbrand's The Hotel Nantucket. I'm currently on page 208, chapter 16. But other than that one, I'm still reading You Again. So now at this point in the last 2 days, I'm on chapter 7 and on page 118. I've read this much and I have this much left. But yeah, so we've been doing a lot of good reading lately. I just feel like I've been filling up my time lately with so much reading. I'm just so excited about it. But honestly, I haven't left my home in what feels like forever, and I just kind of wanted to get out for a little bit, have a little change of scenery, because I feel like I'm going crazy in my home. But I really just wanted to get out, so I'm gonna go to my favorite local spot and just kind of sit there for a few minutes. I think I'm gonna take You Again, and then I think after we've been there for a little while, I want to make my way over to Barnes & Noble because I have a $15 gift card to Barnes & Noble, so obviously we have to use it in this vlog. In particular, I would like to pick up a book either from Ellen Hilderbrand or Taylor Jenkins Reid. So there's a book by Taylor Jenkins Reid that I've been wanting to pick up, and every single time I've gone to Barnes & Noble lately, they've been out of stock of it, so I'm hoping that I can find it. But yeah, I just want to use that gift card. I want to have an excuse to go to the bookstore, and it makes me feel better because I'm not spending my own money. I'm gonna go ahead and make my way over to the coffee spot, enjoy some time there, cozy up with the new fall flavors that they have, and then we'll take a trip to the bookstore together. Happy Sunday. I just came really quick to pick up a matcha. I got an iced matcha with oat milk and the pumpkin spice. But anyways, I wanted to share really quickly the books that I ended up getting through and finishing throughout the week that I've been filming this vlog. So I'm really excited about the progress. We definitely marked a lot of books off our list. The first one off of the physical book list is Good Morning, Destroyer of Men's Souls. I already shared my thoughts earlier in this vlog about this one, but like I said, I just really quickly wanted to go over the books. Another one is Elin Hilderbrand's Hotel Nantucket. I loved this book so much. I think I gave it a 4-star. I am super thrilled to continue my journey with Elin Hilderbrand books. So yes, Hotel Nantucket, definite must read. So this is the book that I started and finished yesterday. It's called Others Were Emeralds by Lang Leav. I love this author so much. I've been reading all of her poetry books probably since like 2014, 2015, but this was her debut novel, I believe, and I had been wanting to read it, and it was so beautiful. As the book progresses, it definitely started to break my heart in ways that I just did not expect. This book also had a lot of topics like on racism and then on grief, family loss. It was so beautifully written, and I love this author so much. I have almost all of her poetry books in my collection, and I revisit them from time to time, but I just think she's such a wonderful writer. And then the last on the physical books was The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. It was a very quick read, also finished this in a day. And then as far as audiobooks go, I ended up finishing Eclipse from the Twilight Saga, and I also have been diving into the Before the Coffee Gets Cold series. I want to say there's 5. And I'm currently reading the 3rd one right now. So I finished the first one and the second one. But yeah, overall with the audiobooks and then the physical books, I read a total of 6 books in this vlog. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. But yes, I just wanted to share my silly little books with you guys. But yes, I hope that you have a good rest of your day, whenever you're watching this, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!